basically is able to support his team. Now, the essence of this business, if you truly want to make what we call residual income, if you're serious about network building, because most of the money, whether you like it or not, the passive income will come automatically. That one is a given. And once it comes, it will give you confidence to go ahead and share with your friends and loved ones. Why? Because you've done your withdrawal, you see it coming through every other day. Now, that is when you transition from just being an investor to becoming an active business builder. An active business builder makes both entirely. And I just understand one thing, that PGI gives you an opportunity to earn two ways entirely. So it's up to you to make a decision to either settle for the passive income alone or earn both entirely. I choose to earn both entirely. If you want what we call gigantic money, a huge sum of income coming through on a weekly basis, then you have to connect people. Sooner or later, you're going to have so many people coming, and these people are going to connect you to people in different countries. They're going to connect you in different countries. And all you need to do is simply be a supportive upline. So today, what I want to talk about is how to be the kind of upline who is supportive. Even if you did a few things entirely, the people you bring on board will basically start valuing you at one moment in time. So what do you need to do? What do you need to do as to be regarded as a supportive upline? There are some simple basic things that you need to put into advisement or consideration. Yeah, so if you want to see what we call residual income coming through, do this entirely. So how to be a supportive upline? Now, there are 6 magical steps that will basically aid you into becoming a supportive upline. And if you do them, not so many leaders do them. Some people, when they join this business, they figure things out for themselves. Now, don't be the type of upline who lets your team figure out things for themselves. You need to be there for them in the first 30 days of joining the business and help them basically get onto their feet. Because everyone, when they're starting, they're just like a child holding a gun. What they do is they shoot aimlessly, pointing at nothing. But if they are given a proper guidance, automatically, they will basically build the business effectively. Step number 1, get the prospects or your client registered. That is the first step into being a supportive upline. Are together? So the first step in being a great upline is getting your prospect or investor registered with PGI. Are together? Take them through the whole process of also registering a new member. What you want is to create a system that people can be able to register themselves even in your absence, but it starts in the beginning. This business of wanting to always register your people all the time, it basically makes you a full-time worker. What we want you to do is to enjoy 6 months from now, what we call residual income, without having to basically look up to anybody. When you make it a goal to make your business builders independent as fast as possible, automatically you're going to enjoy what we call residual income in PGI. Then step number 2, okay, besides that, take them through the whole process of registering a new person, those new business partners, give them their username and password. Are we together? Give them their username and password. We're talking about how you can register, get your prospect registered. Then teach them how to log into the PGI back office and also help them interpret the terminologies within the back office. And the other thing is help them learn how to find different things on the back office. On that back office, there is a place where you can find all the tools. Let's say the presentations. There's a section where you can find them. There's a section where you can find, you read the terms and conditions. There is a section in that back office where you can also guide these people on how to buy their own package. There's a section where you can teach them how to buy their MasterCard. So basically take them through the whole entire back office comfortably so that they become acclimatized with this. This happens in the first 30 days. If they don't know how to navigate it, automatically they'll always keep on coming to you. Imagine a situation where you have a group of over 100 people, and they all have to call you to basically do a registration. Now it becomes full-time work. Networking is about you having time freedom. So get the prospect registered, teach him how to register. Step number 2, help them create a name list. Yesterday, part 1, we talked about a name list. A name list is a list of people who may or may not join you. All together. So when someone gets started, help them in creating their own name list. You could meet them for the first appointment. You could even call it a kit launch. You could meet them in their first appointment, sit down with them for 2 hours, and start writing down a list of all the people that you know. A name list is raw material for your what? For your business. It looks like a simple process, but when you sit down with your business partner and guide them, they are going to be able to look at the bigger picture. They're going to see that they know so many people more than they even imagined. They do not have to present to them, but if they realize that they have 500 people they know, automatically, if they set a target of talking to 2 to 3 on a daily basis, they will basically go ahead and sign up people. But do it in the first day, in the first 2 days, sit down with them, create a name list. Those who are international, arrange a Zoom call like this and help them in creating a name list. Create this time where you have to just sit down, ask them to buy a book. And the best gift you can give your business partner is a name list book. You can buy a counter book, put 3 sections in that counter book, where the name goes, where the contact of the client goes, and what is your relationship with that client, and maybe at the end, the status. So, but a name list is a list of people who may or may not join your business. Buy for them a book for their name list. If you want to show them the value with this with this tool in the business. Brainstorm, sit down with them, brainstorm with them at least 20 names from each of the categories we talked about, the memory jogger categories. All together. Make a list of at least 200 names with them. This is the most important activity for all great uplines. And it sounds a simple process, but it saves you a lot of work. While you're creating a name list, we talked about 20 categories. They are called the memory joggers. Now, let me mention them one at a time. One, you could include family members. Look at your relatives, look at your friends. Yes, I know sometimes they are very nagging. They don't want to listen. They do disrespect you. But your role as a business builder is to help them come up with 20 names in the family category. Let them put everyone on the name list. 20 names in the family category. Then high school, secondary school. Come up with 20 names if you went to school. The other category is college or university. Come up with 20 names. Number 4, past work engagements. How many jobs have you had? You cannot fail to come up with 20 names in that category. Current work, where you're working from right now. Come up with 20 names of people, but you need to do it together as what? As a leader. Sit him down at a restaurant, write down name upon name. Then the wedding list, if you're already married. Come up with 20 names. Look at your neighborhood. The people that you basically surround yourself in your neighborhood. Come up with another 20 names. Clubs, organizations like PTA, Rotary, Lions Club. Come up with over 20 names. Look at sports activities. Do you basically go to the gym? Do you play soccer? Do you play tennis? Come up with 20 names. Everyone has a sport they love. Look at your church. Look at your mosque where you go to. Where you go to basically worship. Come up with 20 names. I just mentioned 10 categories. If you came up with 20 names, that's already 200 names. But you need to do one thing. Sit down with your business partner and come up with that list. Professional organizations. There are so many places you can go to. Look at the location where you are. Who do you know in Dar es Salaam? Who do you know in Nairobi? Who do you know in Kigali? Who do you know in Los Angeles? Who do you know in Las Vegas? Are you following, ladies and gentlemen? Vocation. Who do you know is a doctor? Vocation. Who do you know is a doctor? Who do you know is a teacher? Who do you know is a dentist? Who do you know is a mechanic? Who do you know is a barber? Look at those categories. You cannot fail to come up with over 20 names. So in summary, that's 12 categories. You can come up with over 200 200 names plus. And if they sit down and they see they know more than 500 people, if they set a target to talk to 2 people per day, they'll have an action plan to work with. Step by step, do it together. As an upline, set an appointment of like 30 minutes on Zoom, show them the categories, but also if you can meet physically, sit at a restaurant, do it together. Because when you tell them to go and write a name list, they'll just go get busy with what is at home and then forget about it. All together. So step number 3, show them how to book appointments. This is not easy. Sometimes you might think it is obvious, but what you need to do as a good upline is step 3 is about contacting their warm market. The warm market are the people who know you. Now we have 3 categories in this business, our type of market. We have the warm market, the cold market, and the hot list. The warm market are the people who know you every time they mention your name. These are people who have seen you grow. These are your relatives, your friends, your family, the guys you went to school with, who by the mention of your name, they can be able to identify you. So contact their warm markets about their new business, show them how to do it, set a target with them on how many appointments you will make on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. Now, while you're basically showing them how to book appointments, is give them a few simple scripts for inviting their warm markets for appointments. One of the magical scripts my upline gave me in a former company I was in, he told me, Asaf, do not pretend to be smart. I know you've gone to school, there's a way you do things, but MLM is different. To have your friends coming to see this opportunity, use the scripts. There is something I would like to start, but I want you to come and give me advice. I used the script on 100 people, and 40 of them at least came for the appointment. Out of 40, at least 5 signed up entirely. That was a good average. But if you let this person go out and start talking to people without proper guidance, automatically they're going to hit a wall. Now together. So give them a few sample scripts for inviting their own market. Yesterday, I gave you a couple of scripts. Pick out one, use it for a very long time. Out together. Now, this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is the fastest way to grow your business and kickstart momentum. Engage those people on a daily basis. Of course, some people might not give you time, but you just want that one person who says, I want to make this money. Who says that, who you tell that, let's meet here and have this appointment, and he says, let me come entirely. So that's the person you want. So when you do this, this will be duplicated down in your business. Because when you do it for your business partner, automatically when they sign up someone in the long term, they're also going to teach them the same what? The same process. So show them how to book appointment. The step number 4, teach them how to present the opportunity. This is a must. Teach your business partners how to present the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, teach your new downline to edify their guests and how to edify you, the upline. Yes, in presentation, show them the key components that they need to talk about in different types of presentation. We have a one-on-one presentation, we have a two-on-one presentation, we have a group presentation, then we have an office presentation, which has so many people at the same time. But teach them how to do each and every one of them. When you're doing a one-on-one, what you need to do is model the behavior. Simply do like 10 presentations for them altogether. Make sure you have all the presentation tools. Don't be the type of upline who is teaching your business partners how to present, and you don't have a notebook where you present, you do not have a diary. You need these tools that basically are basic for doing the presentation. Do not be the type of person who is asking for a pen. We are talking about how to be a supportive upline. So make sure all the presentation tools are available with you. Then what you need is you need a presentation guide. You can print out the PGI business presentation and have it anywhere. Every time you go to meet someone, you present to them focusing on the details there. All together. You need to have what we call a notebook. A notebook, you can use it for drawing circles. Most people don't like the look of circles, but you'll find a way to basically, you need screenshots of your former earnings or earnings of top earners. This is now evidence we are talking about. You need your dashboard. If you have a smartphone, learn the habit of opening up the dashboard and showing them how to share the testimony entirely. Now, What you need to do as a good upline, present as they watch. That is the most important thing. Present as they watch, because that is how you model the behavior of how you present. Do at least 10 one-on-ones with them. At least, I'm meaning at least. When they have guests, let them bring their guests to you, then present like over 10 times. Now, do not let them go away. Make sure they sit close to you. Let them watch as you do the what? The presentation. Whatever I'm talking about is also possible on Zoom. When someone has a client, do the presentation, but make sure they stay on the Zoom call. So do at least 10 of them. And why do you do this? There are 4 reasons why you do the presentation while they are watching. Reason number 1, you are basically teaching them how to do the presentation. The reason why you do the presentation while they watch, reason number 2 is to support them. Support is very important. And the reason why you do the presentation as they watch is to duplicate the right way of doing business. The reason number 4 is to boost their confidence. So that is how you teach them how to present, by modeling the right kind of what? Behavior. All together. Then step number 5, follow up. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not, the fortune is in the follow up. When you present to someone, they are basically going to take 24 to 48 hours, and they will totally forget naturally what they're going to do. When you present a business opportunity to them, they're going to go to their friends and start consulting. If they talk to 10 people and they're all negative, automatically, whatever you talked about is going to get lost in oblivion. So what you need to understand is that follow up in 24 to 48 hours. Teach them how to follow up. The fortune has always been in the follow up. Some people will join immediately. Some people will want to basically see how the income comes through. Some people will just want to test with a $100 package. We now need a simple follow-up script for keeping system for keeping in touch with the people after we have presented to them. One of the follow-up tools I use is WhatsApp. For every person I present to, I have a members WhatsApp group, and then I have a prospects WhatsApp group. From the time I started, I think I have over 5 WhatsApp groups of prospects. Every time I present to someone, I add them to the WhatsApp group, because I know naturally I might be able to forget. I have a WhatsApp group. I also have a follow-up book. So when I present someone and add them to the WhatsApp group, every time I post information on a daily basis, that is follow-up. When I put in a link for Zoom attendance, that is a follow-up in one or another. So we need a simple follow-up system. Technology can go a long way into helping you follow up. You can even create a broadcast group where everyone you present it to, you can wake up every morning, share information about the business easily. But you need to create it. You cannot rely on your Upline WhatsApp group alone. All together. And every time you keep sharing information in that WhatsApp group, it shows that you are basically the kind of leader who is worth following entirely. And in following up, this includes answering questions, sending them pictures and video trainings, adding them to a chat group, also inviting them for a bigger presentation. Now, both the upline and the downline should follow up their guests. I do not like the idea of always having to follow up a downline's guest. It is important they follow up their guests. Why? Because they have an emotional attachment to those guests. Yes, I can do it once in a while, but it is important to the person who brought the client to follow up your guests, because you have an emotional attachment. People join people. People don't join businesses. When they see that you add value to them, automatically they will make a decision to join. And then lastly, step number 6 is duplication. Ladies and gentlemen, if everything you do in this business is not easily duplicable, cannot be done by the people you bring into the business, they are not worth trying. Make sure whatever you do, the people you bring into the business can do. Now, let me tell you one thing. The PGI system is simple. Meet your guests, contact them on WhatsApp, tell them about the business you're doing, add them to a Zoom call on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That is for the corporate. Our team basically will have a presentation on Tuesday and Thursday at exactly 9 p.m. East African time. So everybody can invite people to a Zoom call. Everybody can teach their guests how to download a Zoom app on their phone. Everybody can teach their prospects how to basically register themselves. But not everybody can teach like me. Some things are not duplicable. So you need to find a simple thing that all your business partners can do. All your business partners can invite someone to a meeting, but maybe they don't have the capacity to present. So duplicate the invitation as much as possible. In duplication, simply duplication means whatever you do, your team does the same. They will copy your acts. You can be having the capacity to go to a radio and do a radio talk show, but we are not sure that your business partners can go and do a very firm radio talk show. We are not sure that they can go to TV and do a very good presentation. Not everyone is a good presenter. So put emphasis on things everyone can do. Everyone can create a WhatsApp group. Everyone can invite someone to a Zoom call. Everyone can basically make an appointment with a client, but not everyone can do a presentation like you. So in duplication, monkey see, monkey do. Whatever you do, your downline should be able to do. So whatever you want your team to do, first you have to do it. Your team will automatically copy. It is natural. Be the kind of downline you would like to have, because in MLM, monkey see, monkey do. So introduce them to the Zoom presentations that happen every day. Introduce them to the training that happens on a regular basis. Introduce them to how they can basically register their business partners. So those are the 6 magical steps on how to be a good upline. Get the prospect registered or your business partner. Help them create their own name list. Do it together. Show them how to book appointments. Come up with a short script on how they can do it. Teach them how to present the opportunity. How do they learn to present? By you doing over 10 presentations with them. Then teach them how to follow up. The fortune in the is in the follow-up. When you present to someone, it takes 24 to 42 hours. Go back to them and keep their excitement level high. Then duplicate whatever you do. And how do you do that? By finding a simple formula on how they can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, in this business, attitude is everything. In life, you will only get back what you put into something. That cliche is true. You only get what you put back into something. If you only put negative energy into the world. Now, right now we have an issue with withdrawals. They're taking quite long. If you only put negative energy into the world and have a bad attitude, then you expect negativity and bad attitudes to come back to you. I know this is a season that is going to pass. So all I need to focus on are the good things that will keep flowing in business in the long term. Conversely, positive people often achieve positive results. Here are some of the attitude adjustments you need to make if you want to be successful in MLM. Just do everything you need to do. Do it, because action in our business creates results. Altogether, results create motivation, and motivation creates energy. Every time you're getting paid, every time you're making money, it is very easy for you to be able to go ahead and think positive. So keep on sharing, keep on doing the activity, keep on adding people to the Zoom calls on the daily basis. I want to emphasize something here. Everyone who is here for the reason. It could be financial freedom. It could be wanting to travel around the world. It could be wanting to make new friends. It could be earning a part-time income. It could be earning an extra income. It could be making new friends, whatever your reason is. But these are the steps you will need to get to your dreams. And you start as an individual down here. And to get your dreams, one, you need to develop what we call GLLA. GLLA stands for good learning and listening attitude. Altogether. And if you develop that attitude, automatically you will be able to learn. When you remove the letter L from the word learn, automatically what stays? You earn. So when you develop a good learning and listening attitude, do not mind who's basically mentoring you. They might look younger, they might look like they don't know anything, but the information they share is consistent to what new discipline you've started altogether. So if you're able to learn, you're able to teach. Our business, learn something new, go ahead and teach it to your people very fast, because that's how you create duplication. So when you teach, automatically you're going to be duplicating the right kind of discipline to build your business. And when you duplicate, you're able to delegate. A time is going to come, you have thousands and thousands of leaders in your team. You cannot be in all places to do their presentations. You cannot attend sit on all their Zoom calls to help them do their presentation. But you can delegate and have someone there represent you. Of course, when you're able to delegate, you can multiply. And if you're able to multiply, that's when we say you have a network. You do not have a network until you go through all these processes. And of course, when you have a network of people, the income is automatic and your dreams are a reality. So, brothers and sisters on this WhatsApp group, this Zoom presentation, just understand one thing: to be a supportive upline, you need to basically intend it. You need to have time for business building, and you need to be there for your people all the time. And pretty much that's all I had to share with you for today. And I'm going to open up the lines for you to come and submit your learning experiences and how we can pick it from there. Now, today is the last day for the week. We shall resume on Monday. But if you have any queries, if you want to make an addition to what we basically discussed, feel free to mute yourself, to unmute yourself and make a contribution. The lines are open. You can raise up your hands or unmute yourself and get started. Okay, Mr. Twelaze, any addition? Any learning experiences?
Morning, Asaf.
Good morning, Mr. Twelaze. How is Fort Portal?
Support is fine. I have to say that my appreciation will not end to you.
The pleasure.
And actually, this advice you are giving us is handy. And actually, today I've already made up some invitations of my downlines who I need really to give this information, and they really build on their business and teams. Actually, I was telling them this morning that when you join PGI, you become a business owner and a leader. So it is important for them to really get this information. I know there are very many people who have missed out today, but as we move on, people are going to be joining this presentation every day, and I know they will really appreciate. I'm happy that at least I'm seeing one of my downlines has attended this presentation, Diana, and I know she's going to use it to really build her team. Otherwise, I thank you, Asaf, and I'm encouraging even those who have attended today to continue building their teams, and we meet over the top. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you for your contribution. Just understand one thing. Now, like that, you even have a training center in Fort Portal, you can just switch on your screens and put the Zoom presentations live for a few members who can come in early at around 8. But alternatively, you can just get the information the way it is and duplicate it amongst them. Any other person who has an addition? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you are in Kampala, we only have today to confirm our guests. Tomorrow we are lighting up, what is it called? We're lighting up Imperial Real Hotel, so many testimonies. So if you have guests and you feel you might not be able to come to Kampala, you can find a way of connecting them with us, and we shall basically receive them. We'll kick off at exactly 2:30 p.m. But we're going to share so many success stories, how far the business has gone, and what the future holds. Yes, and let me tell you one thing. You have not yet seen the real PGI. It's just the beginning of a new revolution. We are the first MLM company that combines nutritional aspect of the business and the passive income aspect of the business. We might have some hiccups, but soon as they are done, automatically you're going to see PGI paying very fast. Because for me, when I sat down with the CEO, I saw that he had plans of basically making only collecting $10 million worth of sales in the first 1 year. But because of the overwhelming subscription to investment, we made over $240 million worth of sales. So the payment gateway was unable to sustain all those transactions at once. So this suffering we've had of basically 1 month, 1 month and a half is necessary for us to get a faster payment gateway. And the beauty is, we are not even going to be working with an outside agency. The Color wallet is an inbuilt PGI wallet. So payments are going to be very fast. You're going to be able to order for your products online very fast. Just understand one thing, that we are in the right time. So push as fast as you can. Make meetings. Today, when I talk to you right now as a business builder, you have so many circles around your community. All you need is to talk to the chairman, the influencer, and this person is going to be able to give you an appointment to come and present to them. You know, there is a Rotary meeting in your society. There is a Lions Club meeting in your society. You have people who are influencers in your society. Look at that pastor. Look at that prophet in your community. All together. Speak to an influencer, and if he gives you an opportunity, go with your laptop, go with your projector. He might give you the whole entire audience to present to them. Present to them. Get a list of people who have attended. Put them on your WhatsApp group. Follow them up slowly by slowly. Because I do know one thing: if you do it for the next 30 days, for the next 90 days, you'll have a group that is basically able to work alone. Start working informal. Start thinking in terms of clusters of people, not just one person. Look for opinion formers. Some of them are very negative, but within your community, there are many. You do not even need to know them. If you went to a mosque and wanted to talk to an imam, he could give you audience, because this is an opportunity for your friends in community to be able to double their income. So start thinking big. Do not think in terms of one small person at a time entirely. All together. And also start thinking internationally. Stop thinking local. This Zoom call gives you an opportunity to connect as many people as possible all over the world. If you talk to your friend who is in Iraq, who is in Saudi Arabia, who is in UK, let me tell you one thing. Me, I come from Uganda. But the way people in Uganda see 4 million Ugandan shillings is not the way people in USA or Europe or UK see 1,000 US dollars. 50,000 US dollars to them might look like 1,000 US dollars here. So you need to connect that international market, which will help you bolster to the highest degree. Start engaging them on WhatsApp, present to them, make sure they understand, put them on the Zoom call. And let me tell you one thing, slowly by slowly, you will get one sign up, and the sign up will change your business for the rest of your life. All together. So do not settle for less. And I've just seen my brother here, Asalu Julius from Soroti. Kindly unmute yourself and say something as we close our meeting. How is Soroti? How is everything? How is business? Are you already in Kampala or you're traveling today? Mr. Salu. Julius Asalu. Yes, Mr. Trevor, I see your hand raised. Okay, that comes to the end of our presentation. I just want to remind you one thing, that everything you do today will determine the results you have tomorrow. So do one thing, keep on connecting, keep on sharing, support your team. The only person who understands your team is none other than you. Be the supportive upline. All you need to do is get your prospects registered, learn how to register, help them create a name list, show them how to book appointments, teach them how to present the opportunity, how to follow up, and how to duplicate their business. And let's meet at the business presentation tonight. I do know one thing you're headed for, greatness, and may God bless you today. Let's meet on the Zoom call tonight, and have a lovely Friday evening. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.